Okay. Projector. Okay, understand now. So I'm going to create a, first I'm going to explain EKS. Okay, Elastic Kubernetes Service. We have a service in AWS, EKS. It's a just wrapper, right? On top of the Kubernetes. So we have a ECS also. I told you to go through the recording and let me know if you're facing any issues. And EKS, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, a fully managed Kubernetes cluster infrastructure. But here, fully managed means in terms of control node only, not worker node. So to create a cluster, minimum 2 nodes are required, minimum. So the 2 nodes we can use to deploy our applications in the form of pods. Clear now? So to create a cluster, instead of creating through manual process, better to create through CLI process. Why? This is not a actual process how to create a cluster. Actual process through Terraform. I will show in the coming classes. Focus is not how to create a cluster. Focus is how to work with cluster now. Later we can plan how to create a cluster also through actual real-time scenarios. So this cluster now I'm going to create through CLI. So cluster creation process, it will take 20 minutes time to prepare a cluster. Delete also. CLI, once you delete the background dependencies also will delete quickly. But through cluster, if you create a cluster to delete the background dependencies manually, we need to delete a cluster. So managing is very difficult manual process. So managing is difficult means we can go for CLI process. CLI, one command delete, one command create, that's it. Okay. But CLI also not a good practice for production environment. Production environment is real environment. So we'll go for Terraform only. So let's start now the process of EKS cluster. What is cluster here? Cluster is nothing but combination of control node, worker node. Clear now? Okay. So in this case, to create a cluster, definitely I need one EC2 mission, right? Okay. I'm creating one EC2 instance. Or you can create a cluster from your local laptop directly in Pract. Understand what I'm trying to say? Or you can use one server as a source from where you can interact the cluster, from where you can manage the cluster. Here, let me create a server first. I'm giving a client name. So proceed without key pair and security group and default launch a server. So this server, not a control node. This is very clear. You don't confuse. This is not a control node. This is a client to interact a control node. Understand? You will get a clarity in 10 minutes. Huh? Wait. So let's connect a server. And before that, so security groups. Okay. So launch is connect a server. So few dependencies are required to interact a cluster to create a cluster. First, I should install those dependencies. So in this case, should I take class Sunday also? Who said no? Huh? Why? I won't take it. Just I'm asking only. How should I take Sunday? Huh? IPL match is there? Too much. No, no. Just I'm saying that only. I don't want to take any class on Sunday. Saturday, but class is there. Huh? Yeah. So understand the first, the prerequisites to create a cluster from the source server. So guys, the creation of cluster, the command is ekctl create a cluster, name of the cluster, region name, nodes, instance types, and how many nodes and availability zones. Clear now? Okay. But now, okay, let's go and give a eksctl command. Command not found, right? In this case, what should I do first? eksctl prerequisites I should install into from where you are interacting. If I'm trying to interact from my laptop inside I should install ekctl. But I'm trying to interact from where? EC2. EC2 inside I'm going to install a required prerequisites. Clear na? Okay. Let's go to now install ekctl. Run this command. You are able to install ekctl. Or you can run like this. Copy. Go here. Paste it. So you can go here, ekctl download. So yeah, so I'm taking from here only the required version. So ekctl you can take from here, Amazon EKS user get. Okay, so my end. Now let's close this. Yeah, okay. So ekctl is install. You can check if you want to check version 0.20.76. Clear till here? This is step number 1. Guys, if I want to interact with the Kubernetes cluster, what commands I should give? First, start from kubectl. Docker commands, how you are running with Docker start, Docker stop, Docker pull. Kubernetes, every command starts from kubectl only. Any command without kubectl, no command in Kubernetes. If you want to apply YAML file, kubectl apply. If you want to delete YAML file, kubectl delete. Everything kubectl. In this case, kubectl dependencies I should install from this server. So this server able to interact the kubectl commands. Clear? In otherwise, if you give, for example, command not found. So in this case, I should install kubectl also. See, these are the commands to install kubectl. Copy. So you can follow, this is your repository. Understand? Kubernetes repository. This is your repository, Kubernetes main. Kubectl also downloaded. Clear now? Okay. Now guys, from this server, I'm going to create a EKS cluster. In this case, my server should have a permissions to create a cluster. In this case, what should I do? Create a IAM role. EC2. And meanwhile, I'm giving admin permissions. So what and all permissions required also we'll discuss in the coming classes. Let's give a admin. So focus how to create a cluster. So EC2 to admin. So what should I do now? Security, modify IAM role. Clear. So next from here, let's start the process. Okay, the command is what? ekctl create a cluster. So take from here. So understand the things here. If I create ekctl create a cluster name, if you can give any name, and region, any region, give node type, something like this. So by default it will take two nodes only. If you not mention any nodes, by default it will take two nodes, t2 small only. Or if you want to give the node type, minimum nodes, maximum nodes, availability zones also we can give. This is just CLI command. If you want to give more details you can give, otherwise by default it will take. Like if you create a server, how default VPC is selecting, same thing. So let's go for this process. Copy. So yeah, minimum it will take, you no need to give anything, minimum it will take automatically. So for example, region US East 1, enter, enter. Cluster is going to be creation. And understand one thing guys, the background to create a cluster, CloudFormation template will work. Okay, so CloudFormation is a service in AWS like a Terraform. Okay, this is AWS native tool, is a native service, CloudFormation, that will background they will manage, you no need to do anything. But I'm saying when you create a cluster through CLI also, the background one CloudFormation will create automatically. Or you can create a cluster through directly CloudFormation template also. Your end template is there na, open the CloudFormation service and upload the template, you can create also. Or usually we can create through Terraform only. So let's go to check CloudFormation. Same region. Cluster is region specific, not global level. So you should mention a region. See, now cluster is going to be created. So now you can see here the stack actions. You can open this. So these and all actions is going to be performed. Now you can check the events. You can see the events also. So private subnet, NAT gateway, route table, NAT gate, everything, route table, everything will create the background. 73 events, 73. So definitely chargeable. Okay, not free. These many resources are creating. Now outputs, now parameters, templates. See, this is actual template. In your end, this template is then a copy and directly come here, create a stack, upload template file directly, create. In your end, template file is there, upload and run. Background services will create. CloudFormation is, I will see in the, at least job readiness program I will plan to explain, but not a big, not a useful tool. I can say that no one is using in the, very rare. Okay, but Terraform 98% they are using, 2% they are using cloud native tools, Azure templates, AWS templates, but acceptable. If someone can ask, do you have knowledge on CloudFormation template? If you say Terraform, they're acceptable. Okay. Okay, workshop, huh? Okay, I'll take workshop. Okay, next workshop, should I plan CloudFormation then? You can say, guys, what you want to learn, ping in the group, I will take it as a workshop. I can take regular classes also, I don't have any problem. Now already 5 months, that's right. If I say cover these services in regular classes, 7 months it will take. I mean, other batches also. So few services, if you really want to learn, I will take a workshop. Others also can focus, other batches also. This is my only agenda. Transit gateway clear, right? Yeah. So go through from today onwards, ECS Fargate. Every day just watch that video. Terraform is there. ECS Fargate I have done through Terraform. Try to understand that video. So you can go here. The process is going on, creating a cluster. So let's go to here, EKS. Should I run same command from my local laptop also? EKS to create cluster? Yes. In that case, you need to configure the keys, access key, secret key, and interact the cluster. Like how you are running Terraform, same. But in that case, before your laptop should have a EKS-CTL, kubectl, your laptop inside. Okay. So my cluster is creating how many nodes, guys? These are 2 worker nodes. But the same region, now if you can go to EC2, I'm able to see here, not now. This is my client only. I'm able to see 2 more servers now. Once EKS creation process is done, 2 nodes will create. These 2 nodes responsibility take care by Kubernetes, not you. Understand? But before case is what? The 2 nodes inside application scaling, high availability, you are the orchestrator, no, not you. That control already taking care by Kubernetes instead of taking by you. Clear? Okay. Let's see here. I think nodes it will take time to create. The reason process still going on, waiting for CloudFormation stack. Once CloudFormation stack creation complete, all the resources will create. So delete process also, EKS CTL create is there, right? Put give delete. Cluster also deleted. Okay. So meanwhile, understand one thing. Let's go to the architecture. So this is the architecture, right? What we discussed yesterday. So guys, here this is now EC2. Agreed or not? Client EC2. From here only you run all the commands. Request will go to where? From here you can run the commands. Client, just client only. Don't say API and all same story. Just client to control node. Control node to worker node. So you are not interacting directly worker node. This is very clear. Interacting through control node. But are we able to see this control node? No. We are able to see worker nodes. This is managed by cloud providers. But to interact this control node, your end some source is there, right? Server or laptop and something to run a commands. This is the client server where you can run a commands. We don't have control access, right, to log in and run the commands. So I'm creating a one server. From there, I'm going to interact a Kubernetes control node. The control node is taking care of my worker nodes. Okay. So now refresh. Still. So it will take 15 minutes of time. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll start to discuss the concepts on Kubernetes. So guys, to deploy a pod on Kubernetes, you know what is pod, right? Pod is abstraction layer on top of the container. If you create through Kubernetes, pod will create. If you create through Docker, container will create. Okay. So when you create a pod, so we have a multiple options to create a pod. So creation of pod, the background AML file will work. Okay, AML file will work. So we have a different AML files. Okay, so pod creation of AML file, replica set creation of AML file, deployment creation of AML file. So today class, I'll focus more on why this three. Then tomorrow onwards, I will show how to easily understand AML file, how to write a AML file. Clear? So first we should understand why these AMLs, then we can go for further learning. Not today how to write AML file. Okay. So when we can enter in the scene, first why these AML files are required. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, process almost completed. Let's go to eCase. So stack creation completed. You can exit from here. Close this. Yeah. Now go to clusters. I'm able to see one cluster is running. Cluster contains how many nodes? Total 3 nodes. One control node, 2 worker nodes. Control node is invisible. Worker nodes only visible. If you can click on this, okay. Node group still yet to create. Node group means contains nodes. So you are able to see nodes here once creation is complete. Taking time to update a node group still. Control node is created. Cluster is created, control node is created, node group is updating. Okay, let it create. So now, where pod will be in node? Node inside only. Inside server only pod will create. You will get a clarity. Wait. Today class, almost you will get 100% clarity on this. Okay, let's go to here. Worker node components. Worker node components are workloads, whatever. So we have a 3 type of AML files. One is pod.aml, one is deployment.aml, one is replica set.aml. So let me focus on pod.aml. Okay. So copy here. Okay. Okay. Let's. How many of you attending evening workshop, evening job readiness program from here? Almost everyone is attending. Huh? Okay. Good. Good. So no fees, free of cost only. Whoever clear the test. And so before pay the fees, if you are interested, I'm saying that there is no huge difference. Once again, I'm saying same, whatever concepts I discussed, but few more extra concepts will cover 3 or 4 in terms of database elastic cache, how it will work, Lambda API gateways, some advanced concepts. If you want to learn, yes, you can. If you are first time is required. If you are busy, please drop. Don't pay fees. If you are that is process is that mock interviews will start from next week onwards only in there. Okay. So if you are interested to participate in mock interviews, and to learn the advanced concepts. And if you're free, only you can enroll. I'm busy, sir. I will go to the recordings next month, sir. Please don't join. Waste. Money waste, time waste. After 1 month, you ping me and ask me, day two, you explain. Unnecessary time waste for you and me. Okay? If you are a dedicated person, yes, I think small amount only. I don't know exactly, frankly speaking. So if you want to refresh your skills, whatever you learn, you can join there. All concepts will cover. When is um, when is next jobless program? I don't have clarity this jobless program first. Think next jobless program. Okay. Yeah, but whoever cleared, utilize this. Definitely challenges are there from my end. I'm going to teach a little advanced topics. There is no spoon feedings like here. Directly enter into the scene only. I think yesterday concept you attended, right? Like that only. Practicals, yeah, I will show practicals also. But networks, everyone knows, right? Networking concepts. That's what I didn't go in depth, the custom creation process and all. Yeah, few concepts I will touch theoretically, few concepts directly go for practically. Yeah. So guys, interesting now. This pod that AML and all this process is very interesting. Okay. So what you need to do now, for 2 days, try to understand what I'm explaining for 2 days continuously. So don't think much. Okay. 2 days, you may get so many doubts, but third day, everything is clear. Everything is clear. Okay. Please be patient for 2 days, today and tomorrow. Okay. I will give time to ask the questions also. Just follow my lectures. You will get 100% clarity. Kubernetes. Yeah. Guess this is pod.aml, right? So what I'm going to do, this is pod, right? If I take this is pod, inside pod is what? Container, right? Inside pod, container. Inside container, application. It's clear, right? Application creates from image. These 4 layers clear, right? Okay, very good. Let me write image, application, next is what? Container, next is pod. Okay. Yeah, one pod more than container, but the use case very rare. Almost one pod, one container only. Now you can see this is my YAML file, right? This YAML file, I will divide 4 parts like this. First, this is pod, right? Means this is pod. So any YAML file starts from API version. My API version is what? V1 here. Okay. And what kind means what? I'm creating a pod. Kind will represents what you are going to create. So this YAML file creating what? Pod. Clear now? This is creating pod. To create a pod, what you need main source is what to create a pod? Image. Right or not? From the image, container will create. So if you can see, this is what? Container. Container represents where here? Specification inside. So container. Container create from where? Image. So this is image. Clear? So when you run image, container will create, inside application will run. And when you run a apply.aml file, pod will create. So this AML file represents what? Container. pod image. Clear now? Okay. This is containers block. This is image block. What about other things? Just only data about the YAML file. So if you create a pod, I need some name of the pod, right? I need some name for the pod. This is the name of my pod. And next, this labels concept will help to communicate one pod to other pod, one pod to other YAML file. So we are using these labels later. You just skip now. Okay. I will tell you now where we can use the labels. So now if you can see this pod.yaml, first is what? API version, kind, metadata, spec. These are the 4 fields. First field is what? API version is common for any YAML file in Kubernetes. And next represents what? Kind. Kind means what? It represents what you are going to create, pod or something. Pod. Next is what? Metadata. Metadata represents name of the pod. Metadata is data about the YAML file. Name of the pod you can write. Next, labels of the pod. So labels of the pod I will explain. Wait. Okay. So until and that this remaining are clear. So if you want to create a pod, why image is required? Why container is required? Because of this pod inside container is there, container inside image is there. Clear the concept now? Okay. Now tell me guys, if I apply pod.yaml file, how many pods will create? Only one. The reason here replicas are missing. Pod not supports any replicas. Pod.yaml, if you create a pod through pod.yaml, which not support any replica, single pod only. Clear now? Let's discuss now practically. I think my instance is also created. See now, how many worker nodes are created? 1, 2. How many control node is created? 1. We don't know. Generally, 1 control node. Is this control node? No. This is client to interact a control node. If I delete, cluster will be deleted? No. Clear the process? This is your laptop or your server source where to interact. So if I log in this server, if I run Kubernetes commands, request will go to where? Control node. From there to worker node. Clear this clarity? Okay, very good. Now I'm inside of client node from where I'm going to interact the control node. Okay. So guys, in general, all Kubernetes commands start from kubectl. So kubectl get nodes will get a node details. How many nodes are there? 2 nodes. Kubernetes commands are very easy than Docker commands. Kubectl get pods. No pods. I haven't created any pod. Okay. What control node question mark? No. See, understand one thing. kubectl get nodes if you run, the request will go to where? Control node. Control node API will send to kubelet and it will give the details to you. Understand? Yeah. Okay. Next. A very important thing. If I create one more server, a new server, and that server, if I install kubectl, ekctl and something, from there, am I able to get node details? Understand what I'm trying to say? Let me tell you what I'm trying to say. If I create one more server here manually, in that server I will install Kubernetes, kubectl, ekctl. If I run kubectl get nodes command, am I able to get node details or not? Answer is no. Then how control node is authenticated? Only from this node only? From this, only from this client server only? Cluster created from this client server only. So while creating time, automatically permissions will update for this cluster. How? Let's see. Here, cd.kube. this kube direct will create automatically in this server. If we give ls na config file is there, if I run cat config command, so here my server inside the required permissions are updated. The cluster certificate and the cluster whatever IAM role is there, the role information is updated here. So now this instance is able to communicate control node. Okay. For example, in your end, after creating a cluster, you are unable to interact the cluster. In this case, you need to run one command, eksctl update kubeconfig. Let me show you. Let's start the Kubernetes working nodes. Okay. So what you are going to do, you need to run this command. So this command will help to update the kubeconfig file. If you are unable to run kubectl get nodes command, permission issue something na, you need to run this command. Copy. This command will help to update the .kubeconfig file into your server. So here give region name. Add a new context. After that, you are able to execute your commands. But in this case, if I create a new server, if I run the same command, am I able to execute the cluster? Means no. So this concept I will explain not now, after 10 or 15 days. This concept comes under, in Kubernetes, we have a process, role-based access control process. There I will cover this entire and all the concepts, how to give cluster permissions, only specific person and all. Okay. But first let us understand how the Kubernetes will work. Okay. So kubectl get nodes. Clear? Kubectl get nodes. I'm able to see 2 nodes. Now kubectl get pods, no pods running my end. So in this case, my end YAML file is ready, right? I'm going to apply my YAML file. In this case, VI, you can give any name, no problem, but dot extension dot ML is the required. So here I'm going to take my YAML file. Okay. So API version, pod and something. You can like this. Okay. Clear? So API version is come. So if you can see here total, go to VS Code. So first, if you want to write any YAML file, API version you can write first. Okay. Next is what? Kind. Next is what? Meta data. Next is what? Spec. Okay, API version you can give V1 or something. V1. Kind is what? If you are going to create a pod, give a pod. Metadata is what? You can, if you want to give a name. Inside, right? Inside means two you have to give. Give the name of the pod, some test and all. So if you want to create a labels also you can create. So you can ignore labels not at all required this time now. Spec means spec inside is what? Container, container name and image. So container, first write like this only, container and the name of the container. And next is what? Image. Like this you can write. Clear? In your interview, if you show like this is enough. T or capital or small, M capital or small, no one can validate. content is like this. Clear? Okay. So now, okay. So let's run now. The command is kubectl apply -f pod.yaml. This is the command to apply a pod.yaml now. If I run, pod is created. Okay, pod is created. How to check whether pod is created or not? Kubectl get pods. Pod is running state. Clear till here? Okay. Now, how many pods are running? Here, one by one process is container is started, pod is running. Okay. Okay. Now, in container also, if container is running, how to check container details? Docker inspect container. Here, kubectl describe pod, give the pod name. Clear second command. There, Docker inspect container name. Docker inspect image name. Here, kubectl describe pod name. The command is. Okay. Now focus this event. How pod is created, you can see the events here. Okay. Tell me guys, process starts from where? This 5 lines, if you can see. Request goes to where? Scheduler. From where? APS. Scheduler assign node to my pod. This is the node. After that, pull image nginx. After that, successfully pulled image. Next is created container. Next is started a container. Here created a container is 1. Started a container is one more one. Total 1 by 1. Clear? My image is what? Nginx. Automatically request will go to Docker Hub, pull the Nginx. Clear now? Did I install Docker? No. Everything take care by Kubernetes only. Nothing to do. Give image only. Understand? Okay. So process again. See 60 seconds. After that 50 seconds. First process started from scheduler, assigned one node to this pod based on the resources. Node is finalized. Their pod will run through kubelet. Kubelet will run the container engine. Container engine will start to pull a image and pull the image and start image and run a image. Clear now? Yeah. Okay. Next, kubectl get nodes. We can see what? Node details. Kubectl get pods or pod details. So one more command is there. If you give kubectl get pods -o wide, it will show including node details also. Kubectl get pod only, you can show pod details. Kubectl get pod -o wide, we can see pod on which node also. Clear what I'm trying to say? Okay. So now, if I delete my pod, one more pod will create automatically or not? Let me show you first how to delete a pod. Kubectl delete pod name. Pod deleted, right? If I check get pods, no pods running. Why? No replicas inside the pod.yaml. So is this recommended for real time? This YAML file to create a pod? No. The reason, there is no scaling. So pod delete means complete application down. So in this case, which process we can follow? We have two options. Let's go for replica set.aml. Rather than use pod.aml, we go for replica set.aml. Okay. So let's take a replica set.aml. Copy, go to the paint. This is replica set.aml. Okay. So same. Start from where? API version. Here version is apps v1. Here is only v1. Small v. Okay. Kind is what? I'm not creating a pod. Creating a pod to replica set. Why? I need a replicas. So in this case here, kind is replica set. Next metadata is common, right? Metadata is represents what? Name of the name of the name of the no name of the replica set, not pod. This is not pod in tree. Replica set is here, right? Name of the replica set is WebRS. Spec is what now? Replica set specifications, not pod specifications. You are creating a replica set for what? I need a replications. So if you want to talk about technical, the specifications, you can here, you can enter here. So my specifications are what? Replica sets, replicas only, right? So how many replicas? Three. Three pods should exist at all times, right or not? Okay. Next, the important thing is this selector is for what? Labels. These labels are for what labels? These are replica set labels. Here, if you can see, these labels are what? Pod labels. These labels are what? Replica set labels. Now, okay, if you observe here, this entire definition for what? Template, metadata, labels, app, container, image. This entire is pod or not? Right or not? If you can see, this is same as this definition is, both definitions are same or not? Same or not? So can I say this is pod? If you learn how to write a pod.aml, you can easily understand what is replica set.aml. You can add only replica set metadata. But if the condition is one, pod label, replica set label should match at least one. My replica set labels are what? App name value is web app. E value app equal to web app. Pod labels are what? App equal to web app, type equal to front end. Labels only. You can give color equal to blue, country equal to India. Anything you can give. Pod, how many labels are there? Huh? Pod inside, how many labels are there? Two labels. Very good. Total two labels. Replica set inside, one label. So replica set inside, pod inside the label, at least one label should match. This is the condition to work with replica set. Match or not? Clear now? If the both labels are different, it will not work out. Clear what I'm trying to say? Okay. Okay. How it will be for 3 replica with different labels? No, labels are not pod level, labels are replica set level here. This is pod level, but this label should be minimum one label should be matched here. Pod level 2 labels are there, you can add 100 labels also. Any one label should match with replica set label, understand, so that replica set is able to work with pod. Okay, let's go to now. Why many messages? Doing practice, huh? Nice. Let's go to replica set VA. You can give any rs.aml. Paste. I'm taking just public images. You can add your image also. I mean your Docker image. ECR path is there, right? You can. I will show in the coming classes anyway. kubectl apply -f rs.aml. Created, right? You tell me, guys. If I check kubectl get pods, how many pods created? 3. See how fast it is created and running also. 3. If you can see the pod, WebRS is a replica set label. This is name, sorry, not label, name. This is some different code for unique. Now, kubectl get rs. rs means replica set. Clear? Desired 3, current 3, ready 3. Replica set status. This status already updated in etcd. Now, etcd inside this configuration already stored. How? See, kubectl apply -f. I'm running again. Come on. Unchanged. Why? API server request will go to etcd. This information already there, my end, pods also running. Nothing to do. Unchanged. Clear now? Now, kubectl get pods. Now, kubectl delete pod. 797 pod I'm deleting. Deleted. What will happen immediately? API will inform to controller. Pod is deleted. Controller will check with etcd to maintain desired state and current state. Create one more pod. Clear or not? kubectl get pods. Created or not? Which one is the recent one? 20 seconds age also we can see. Clear now? So what we can understand? This is called self-healing. Self-healing means always maintain desired state into current state. Did I create an auto-scaling group? Did I create a load balancer? Still able to do by Kubernetes controller itself only. You no need to do anything. But the same process, if you want to implement in AWS, we have to create auto-scaling group, launch templates, AMIs, and a lot of networking background and all. And if you if you delete a one server, auto-scaling group maintain the desired state and current state, create one more server. But here, why is so much of speed? Less dependencies. The image contains less dependencies. Container quickly start. Nothing is there. Nothing more dependencies, right? A very less dependency. Now understand the what is lightweight here. Lightweight contains more, very less dependencies, able to start immediately. Now, this is replica set story. So if I delete a pod, now if I check, all pods are running in same node. This is different node. This is different node. This is different node. So 3 pods means we have a 2 nodes. Definitely 2 should be run on one node. 1 should be run on one node. Not one and half pod, right? Okay. So half pod and one node half pod, there is no concept. So at least, so who will take care of this? Huh? Which component will take care of this? Scheduler, not controller, scheduler. Controller after running a pod. It means one node can have a more. Yeah, definitely. One node contains, you can create 120 pods. One node. If you can take a large node configurations, you can create up to 120 pods in single node. 120 pods means you can deploy minimum 50,000 applications in single server itself only. Understand? But if there is no Kubernetes, if you want to deploy 50,000 applications, you need 50,000 servers. Not only 50,000 servers. 50,000 servers, 50,000 load balancer, 50,000 auto scaling groups, launch templates, AMIs, VPCs, subnet, SG groups, networking. How difficult it is? Yeah. Okay. Now, kubectl get pods -o wide. So I'm able to see nodes. So kubectl, you can see get nodes -o wide also. You can see the node IPs very clearly, internal IP, external IP in detail. Clear? Yeah. So now you can see my Kubernetes is using not Docker, containerd. Understand? In this case, if I give command not found, why? Container engine is there, right? The container engine is not Docker. Kubernetes is using containerd container engine. What is containerd? Same containerd also developed from Docker family only. So 1.3 version about Kubernetes clusters are using containerd. Below 1.3 versions are using Docker engine directly. Docker containerd comes from the same family, different versions. How to check containerd containers? Okay. CTR containers list. Okay. But now why? Understand logic. Why I'm unable to say? Yes, simple logic. Very good. Excellent answer. Guys, until you run kubectl command, all commands execute into where? Inside the same server only, right? Same server inside did I install Docker and did I install control D? Whatever response you are getting from where this is nodes. You haven't logged in node, right? We're trying from the client, just interacting only. But you may get it out. If I run this command, it should be go to control node and control node give it to worker node and give the response. No. And if you run kubectl command only, request will go to control node. If you create a touch file, this command will execute into where? This server inside only, not Kubernetes cluster inside. Only kubectl commands only execute through control node. Remaining commands we can run inside the server only. Now Docker command, control D command working inside the server or worker node or control node? Worker node. So in this case, where to run this command? Where should I run this command? Very good. Worker node. Excuse me. Okay, let's go to login any worker node. Okay, let's go to nodes. Sorry. So why I'm unable to connect node here? Secret group. Let's open the node. Security group. Inbound rule. All our source is inside only, right? So I'm going to take a workshop on all security services in cloud on coming Sunday. Okay. I will explain all security groups, NASL, Shield, WAF, whatever, all security services in one class. Okay. Excuse me. Next, now refresh here. Now I'm inside of node only, right? Okay. Docker command is not found. Then what about the next command? Container ctr sudo not required. Why? Maybe this command is right or not. Yeah, sorry. This is the command. Hmm? Sorry? I'm not inside of worker node? Oh, my bad. Okay? You don't worry about other things. Other things is internally running pods for internal process. But my pods are what here? WebRS. Yeah. How many containers I'm able to see my containers here? Why? This node inside only one container is running. Different node is there now. In that node inside two containers will run. Understand? But in this container, if I give Docker PS, nothing is there. Why? My kubelet using runtime engine as a containerd, not a Docker. Containerd, how to work with containerd commands? You can use, this is the command. Understand? But you don't do anything. Just for example, I'm saying for your understanding purpose, only I'm explaining this. You don't need to interact any container. You don't need to do anything through Kubernetes only everything. How Kubernetes will follow, I'm saying that only. So the background, these many containers are running. These are different containers for internal operations of control node and worker node. Time will come, I will show this one also. What is metric server and all. Clear till here? So you can go. That's what I'm saying. Different between Docker and containerd means both are different versions, same family only. Containerd, maybe there is a separate process, maybe some benefits. Kubernetes will follow. There is no separate process to do containerd. Kubernetes will follow. The commands is yeah. This is the command. Instead of Docker PS, you can give Cricatel PS. Okay, Cricatel PS you can give. Note down this command. Otherwise, take from the ChatGPT. Clear till here now, guys? Okay, now tell me, now my application always high available or not? By using which YAML file? On which YAML file my application high available? Replica. Still, there is a drawback in replica also. So guys, the drawback is, I will show you now. The drawback is, I will show you carefully here. Okay. kubectl get pods. Okay. My YAML file inside Nginx image is there, right? If you want to update an image and again rerun, how the behavior of the content, how the behavior of the pod we should understand. I mean, if you create a pod to replicas at the YAML, am I able to update later or not? Clear? So vi rs.yaml. I'm going to change Nginx to HTTPD. Okay. Clear na? I'm going to apply -f the YAML. Configured. Now let's check kubectl get pods. So now you can see your end still old pods are there, but I have already applied, right? HTTP image I want, but I'm able to see still Nginx only. If you want, you can see kubectl describe pod. Still Nginx only, but I applied, right? One more time I will show you. I will apply one more time. Unchained. But here, if you can see the difference, if you observe now, guys, still my end what pods are running here? Still my end what pods are running? Nginx. But it should update HTTP image. Delete a Nginx pod and update HTTP image. The main drawback of replica set is replica set not allowed to update any YAML file image level. For example, version 1 to version 2, version 3, version 2, version 3, rolling updates is not possible through replica set. Clear? And so in this case, what should I do? Delete, create. How to delete replica set? Guys, you tell me. kubectl delete pod. If I delete again, pod will create, right? How to delete replica set? In auto scaling group create a 4 servers. If you want to delete a 4th server, one more 4 server will create, right? In this case, what should I do? Delete auto scaling group. Here, what should I delete? Clear. Delete replica set. Understand? So I'm going to discuss 2 ways to delete a process. kubectl get rs. Delete replica set or delete a file. The file created the replica set by using one file, right? Delete a YAML file. Delete means don't delete Linux command rm-rf. kubectl delete process. Delete means kubectl. Now you can give delete rs. Rs means shortcut for replica set and give a replica set name. Also fine. Or kubectl delete -f rs.yaml also fine. Apply command, right? Quite opposite delete command. In place of apply, give delete. Now kubectl, no pods deleted. So quickly deleted. Now you can apply HTTP will create. So updates are not possible while running time in replica set. Delete and create only. Then what is the alternate? The final YAML file, the production process we are using YAML file is deployment.yaml file, last YAML file. So guys, there is no difference between deployment.yaml, replica set.yaml file. The only the difference, you can change kind replica set to deployment, name only change. Entire 19 lines is same. Okay, understand like that and learn AML files. Understand what is the difference pod to replica set. Write in your book. What is the difference between replica set and deployment? Then no doubts on AML files creation process. So yeah, this is a deployment. Only the difference is deployment. Okay, what is the benefit I'm creating? Okay, let's create now. Dip.aml. I'm just giving name. Then what is the benefit to create a pod through deployment.aml, through replicas.aml, through pod.aml, through pod.aml? We never use anywhere. No replicas, no high availability, leave it. But replica set and deployment.aml. Replica set unable to support updates. Delete and create only. But what about deployment.aml? Let's see now. kubectl get deploy means deployment file. You can see like get rs, we can see same, right? Is there a difference? No difference. Like a replica set, kubectl get rs, kubectl get deploy, both are same. But what is the difference here? See, if I give rs, am I able to see rs or not? rs also. When you create a replica set, you are able to see pods. When you create a deployment, you are able to see replica set plus pods. Deployment is a additional layer on top of the replica set only. Replica set not possible to update YAML file, right? We are adding a feature on top of the replica set to allow to updates also. That is called deployment YAML. I'm coming from the scratch. Pod.yaml is there. Pod.yaml unable to give a feature to give a replicas. Then we are adding a layer, replica set layer to give a replicas. Now replica set is unable to give a updates. We are adding on top of the layer deployment to give a updates also. Understand how the process will developing from the pod to replica set to deployment. In this case, if I check deploy, if I run a deploy, definitely replica set also will create, right? On top of the replica set layer is a deployment.yaml. Yes, that's what you are able to say replica set also. Now kubectl get pods, kubectl which image is running? Nginx. So what I'm going to do, name also will change HTTPD web something. kubectl apply -f. kubectl updating or not? Container deleting creating. Deleting creating means what? Existing Nginx is deleting, new image is new container pod is creating. Modifying or not? Now you can see one more time, everything is good now. Clear now? Now tell me, these are which pods? HTTP or Nginx pods? HTTPD pods. But this feature is not there in replica set, right? Delete and create. Then Veera, you may get a doubt. Here also automatically deleting and here also pod is deleting and creating only, right? Then we can do delete and create, right? But there is a difference. You can delete and create, system will delete and create. The difference is what? The difference is what? The difference is, see, all are not deleting one time, right or not? First delete, create, delete, create. Always one pod is up and running or not? No breakdown right here, right or not? But you delete and create, what will happen? All pods delete, all pods will create. There is a gap, right? Delete and create. In that time application will down. But this process system will take a down one, up one, down one, up one. This is deployment feature. Clear till here? So go to PPT. Now you can easily understand by seeing this. This is pod. Whenever you can add a layer on top of that replica set pod feature, you are getting self-healing scalability. Whenever you can add a feature and deployment, what feature you are getting? Rolling updates, update image, rollbacks and all. Clear till here? This is official day 2 on Kubernetes. Day 3, day 2 only. I will share PPT. If you start today only, you can understand. If you start next week now, you are the proof how difficult it is at Kubernetes to someone. Okay. No Tamil movie. All languages mixed movie. Tamil movie at least subtitles we can see, we can understand. After 1 week, if you start Kubernetes now, all movies are something related to. Yeah. Yes, please, Vardhani is sharing here. Please complete this today. Okay. So this is the review, whatever you have given Naresh IT, right? Feedback form. So today itself, everyone should complete and update in the Telegram group. I'm done. So I'll go and check. So this is first link and second link, right? What you need to do, offline team, you can do today only, and online team also. Click on this link. So it will take you into this, my name, the review in the Google. So you can give any star. Here, write something, but don't write simply good like that. What you like, take at least spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, write something. What you like in multi-cloud DevOps and all. Your experience you can share. I mean, for example, what I'm trying to say, if you watch a good movie, you can suggest to friends. If they go to the same movie, they definitely appreciate, right? You referred a good movie, the movie is good something. Just a movie you're giving thanks to someone, right? This is career, right? If you want to, if you want to promote this to someone, definitely you can just inform them. They don't know, right? Whoever taking a training, they don't know before. They're simply joining through seeking a Google reviews only. After joining, they can understand. So before that, yeah, whoever done already, okay, appreciate it. So please spend your time 15 minutes only and write something. If you don't know how to write, go to here, ChatGPT, give a good review or bad review, your wish. Good review on my Veera sir, multi-cloud DevOps. And don't everyone search and don't copy the same thing to everyone. This is like a story. So whatever you want to do, you can write. And if you're a non-IT background, you can explain your non-IT experience. You are an existing professional, you can explain your existing. If you are a career gap, you can explain your career gap experience. Touch like that. Same thing. Give bad review also if you want to give. It will give bad review also. Okay. So whatever you want to give, student. So whatever you want, but give review. Okay, name is very important, guys. Multi-cloud DevOps like this. If you without name, many students are giving review without name. Understand? And now, so click on this link, first link, whatever ChatGPT is giving, whatever you want to give, positive or negative, your wish. So take, enter, copy, and go to here, the review page, paste it, and submit. Before submit, don't forget this review copy and submit. So we have a one more link right here, second link. This is main office. Click on this link. And here, it will take you into this page, right? So here, click on the, again, write review. Don't click anything here. Click on the write review here. So here also, same paste it. Clear, 2 links are there. Again, no need to write something. Same, you can copy paste here also. 2 links. Okay. So if you really like my training, do it. If you don't like, give negative review also, no problem. Okay. But do it tomorrow itself. Management putting a lot of pressure on me to take the reviews. So actually I eagerness to take a reviews, but I don't have option finally. They're asking me to put a lot of pressure to take the reviews. Anything, whatever you want to give, please do it today itself only. Okay. Thank you so much. I think Vardhan already shared. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So are you clear Kubernetes? The day 1, day 2? Very easy guys, Kubernetes, if you follow the lectures. Thank you.